For sure. I heard something moving through there.
The deep wilderness hides more than just predators. It masks the truly unexplained. From finding a chilling barefoot print miles from civilization, to realizing a tiger silently circled your tent while you slept. Would you have the courage to turn around and face what's actually watching you? After a long night of fishing, 2 men packed up and got into their car, expecting the night to end quietly, until the silence itself was violently broken from all around them. Instead, a piercing screech tore through the darkness, coming from all directions at once. Fear hit instantly, yet whatever made the sound stayed hidden in the trees. It may have been an animal startled by noise or headlights, but the surrounding effect felt dangerous. In the end, they were lucky. It never came closer, leaving one question behind. What was really out there with them? On April 22, 2025, a video from Cursed Urban's Randonautica series begins as a routine nighttime exploration, but gradually shifts into something far more unsettling. He enters a remote forest alone, using the app to generate coordinates based on focused intention. The first goal seems harmless, but over the next 2 nights, the experience begins to feel increasingly uneasy. Early on, faint movement is heard in the trees and dismissed as wildlife. Following the generated location, he reaches a quiet campground where a weathered stone wolf statue sits partially hidden behind a tree. Its realistic eyes catch the beam of his flashlight, creating a sudden moment of fear stronger than expected.
I'm sure you can hear the people over there. Definitely out camping, definitely having a good time. That's awesome. I wish I was camping right now. Don't worry, camping videos coming soon. Oh, what the that literally scared the crap. Oh, dude, look at what's back here. Look at this. It's the wolf statue of some sort. Why is this here, dude? I'm ashamed to admit that. I looked over here, and all I saw was the wolf's eyes peeking over the tree branch, and it was I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that, but okay, that's really odd.
A second intention leads him back through the area, where he notices an object at a picnic table that was not there before. A small sign covered in strange, unreadable symbols appears deliberately placed. Another confusing message is written on the back in red ink.
Yeah, we'll just head back to the car and set another... Okay, alright. I'm not tripping, am I? There's no way we missed this. There's something on this table. I guess you guys didn't see it. No, I'm sorry. Sorry for stating the obvious. I have this table on camera, and when we walked past here, there wasn't anything on it. Which, I mean, that's kind of halfway true, but that's not the point. What is this thing? So it looks like a little, like a miniature thing like a restaurant would have on the sidewalk listing their hours. PSSZVVUILSU or VU. Maybe one of you guys have some idea what that could possibly mean. Let me know in the comments if you have any idea what that means. That doesn't make any sense. Dude, I'm not even joking, man. And now on our way back, something appears? Come on. Why's that dude slowing down? That's weird. How long has this been going? This hasn't been going for that long. So in the time that I walked down there and came back, this was placed here within that time. And don't tell me like it's it's just a coincidence that that's here. Like there's no way. There's another message on the back written in red. So this looks like it's supposed to be like maybe a chalkboard. So the front's written in black and the back is written in red. Man, that was a tongue twister for some reason. HSDHFZ AQOL or AOL. I don't know. DHF VBA or Q. Whoever's leaving this stuff, make it more legible. Your handwriting sucks.
By the third attempt, his confidence is shaken. Trying to reset the atmosphere, he follows a new intention along a dim trail. There, a flashlight beam is seen pointed directly toward him. When he calls out, the figure slowly turns away. Moments later, it disappears into the trees.
Yeah, they just turned away from me. Okay. All right, dude. What is it? Okay, I'm gonna leave. That's not. It's like not a normal reaction. It's getting late, and I don't know exactly what time it is, but I know it's getting like towards the time that this place closes. Maybe like a park ranger saw my lights, but usually that's not the case because they just drive by on their trucks and like yell in the speaker like, "Hey!" But no, that was definitely somebody with a flashlight staring at me. And then I saw them, like, it was weird. I saw them slowly just turn away. Like, they weren't trying to be, like, subtle about it or anything like that. Like, they just slowly turned away, like, they didn't care. That's weird, dude. That is, and then when I called out, I was like, hello. It's like where the trail's starting. You guys have seen, I've been walking down. I haven't even walked far down this trail. And they were definitely right where the trail started. Right here. Hello? Yeah, no one. Yeah, there's no one at all. This is probably the exact spot they were standing. Right here. And then, yeah, because I was right down there. Yes. This is right where they were standing for sure. Because I was like straight down there. Like right there where you see the laser pointer. That's where I was. So it's not like they didn't hear me call out. Because any normal person would like be like, oh, good evening, or oh, hey, how you doing, or whatever. Call me crazy, but how much you guys want to bet that person we just saw with the flashlight is the same person display sign at the other point? How much you want to bet? All right, so we definitely have a stalker out here.
The following night, he explores a different forest with a practical goal. He finds a portable power bank lodged in a tree. Despite exposure to dirt and rain, it still functions. Using the phrase, "red skies at night," the next location leads him to a narrow bridge over a stream. Beneath it, he discovers a small wooden structure resembling a house or tower, marked with a message warning that it will not provide protection, along with an arrow pointing to a weak point. He begins to suspect that one person is behind both events.
Set it up here. It's like oh, dude, of course. It looks like a toothpick holder or something. What's it say on there? Come on, focus on it, camera. There we go. Valdiva, Chile. And here, once again, dude, we've been dealing with this. So, those of you who may be new here, for some reason, dude, I've been getting a bunch of, like, these arrows pointing to windows and, like, cryptic messages on it. I don't understand why, but here's another one. Your tower won't save you, and it's got an arrow. What does that mean? What tower do I have that I would think would save me anyways? That doesn't make any sense at all. This is the stupidest intent I've ever...
While heading back to his car, he sets a final intention. At that location, he finds another small wooden boat, the third encountered during his Randonautica trips. Carved into it is a troubling phrase and a number etched on top. The repeated appearance of these handmade objects suggests someone is deliberately placing them along his path.
Next, what's this? It's another one of those boats. Dude, this is the third one I've gotten. I'm getting back to the main trail before we look at this thing. So I'm going to get back to the main trail. And actually, I'm going to start heading back towards my car. This is another one of those boats. I got two of these so far, little wooden boat models. And they keep having things written on them. I just heard something moving through there. For sure. I heard something moving through there. Yeah, so it's these weird boats, like I was saying. I was gonna start walking this way, and then yeah, I'll show you guys. So here, let me get around this mud first, then I'll shut it off so you can actually see. All right, so this boat, and yeah, there's something written on it, just like the other two. What? First to jump, last to drown. Oh, that's new. On the top is written what's that mean? First to jump, last to drown, then a 7 on the top. Third one we found, and they've all had like, so I don't know, kind of odd. Well, more than kind of odd, very odd. I really don't know what to think of that. All right, we're gonna set our last intent because I'm done after this. So we're gonna set our last intent, and I'm only gonna be taking it. I'm only gonna take the intent if it's that way, and if it's not, I'll run another one until we get one in the direction of my car.
As he prepares to leave, he reaches a final location near the picnic shelter where the night began. At first, the area appears empty. Under a table, however, he finds a wooden box containing a small plastic pill container with a note inviting him to go down the rabbit hole. Seeing it as a potential risk, he chooses not to open it, secures his car, and leaves the area.
So why am I out here? Why was this the final point? Hi? Yeah, why was this the final point? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think I missed anything, right? I mean, I didn't flip over every table or whatever, but I don't think I missed anything. It reminds me of the time, that grill. That reminds me of the time, one of our older Randonauticas, we found a grill. We found like some leftover burgers and hot dogs and brats. I don't remember exactly what was on it, but it doesn't matter. Max went up and ate one of the brats. That was funny. There's something under the table. Nothing. I saw tape and I was like, oh, maybe something's taped under there. On the grill tonight. Okay. There is something that I almost missed, and that's a wooden box. Let's bring it here to the light. Sure want to bet we're gonna find something inside. What is this? It's a pill with a message. Down the rabbit hole, try me. Yeah, the top says down the rabbit hole and try me by the pill. It's soft. Looks like one that would be pretty easy to take apart and put back together. So I wonder if they empty this out and put something else in it, because it definitely looks like one that would easily come apart. Dude, I don't know. I don't like that. Especially when I got finale. I'm not going to open. So it says something's engraved on it that I can't really read. This is honestly one of the craziest intents that we have ever got. I don't think we've ever gotten something quite like this, where you get an actual pill saying down the rabbit hole, try me. Yeah. All right, I'm going to pack this stuff up and get out of here.
Randonautica can lead users into isolated places where coincidence feels intentional. Objects may already exist, but fear fills the gaps. Did the app reveal something real, or did it shape how the situation was perceived? This disturbing video comes from Den Fisken, a Swedish TikTok creator who regularly shares footage from his job in the forestry industry. Much of his content shows everyday logging work, often involving heavy machinery deep in remote forests. But occasionally, something far more unsettling appears. On January 23, 2024, Den Fisken heads alone into a quiet forest at night. Preparing to start his chainsaw for what seems like routine work, the surroundings remain completely silent. Without warning, a chilling sound cuts through the stillness, instantly breaking the calm. The sudden sound leaves him shaken. After the clip is shared, theories spread, ranging from wildlife like timber wolves to darker legends. No explanation is confirmed. Was it fear amplified by isolation? Or did the camera record something truly unexplained? Exploring with Bear, known as Gerber, often ventures alone into forests linked to Bigfoot sightings. On April 10, 2025, he uploads a video inspired by a viewer's detailed account of a frightening encounter in rural Ohio. Recognizing the location, Bear returns there at night, unaware he may not be alone. As he moves deeper into the forest, strange signs begin to appear.
Okay, another Bigfoot adventure. Keep your eyes and ears open on this one, guys. I have no idea. I wish I could remember the comment. But one of you guys commented, and you was describing this place of where you had your experience in Ohio. And I knew, I could tell, one of you guys had commented in one of my Bigfoot videos that you had a sighting here in Ohio, and even was describing where it was at, and where I knew exactly where you was talking about. And that is where we are tonight. I tried coming back here on a live with you guys, so I wanted to do another video where we can get some good pictures and explore this place at night, but be able to see better. What was that? That was like a whistle. Didn't that sound like a whistle?
He notices whistles, knocking sounds, and faint footsteps on gravel. At first he stays calm, but his body soon reacts. Tingling sensations spread across his scalp, followed by pressure in his chest. Continuing farther into the area described by the viewer, the sounds intensify. Branches snap behind him, and a distant whooping noise echoes through the trees.
Someone's just moving back in there. Whoop! I got the goosebumps right now. Like my hair's sort of standing straight up. That's funny. I'm feeling something. The hair on the top of my head feels like it's growing right now. Oh my goodness. That is a crazy feeling. My hair is growing. It feels like, ooh, even my face is tingling now. My whole head is freaking like pins and needles. Feels like needles. Look, that tree's been ripped off. Needles.
His camera briefly captures something moving low and fast between the trunks. Moments later, a pair of glowing eyes appears. They do not look like typical animal reflections, remaining large and steady, positioned too high to match known wildlife. The eyes vanish, then reappear moments later, now fully upright.
Man, I'm getting sicker and sicker in my belly too. Why? This is insane feeling. It's very hard for me to keep moving forward right now. I hope you guys know that. Like, I really don't want to. Oh. Hello? Hello? I hear you. What is that? Oh, look how that limb's been ripped off. Like twisted off up there. Look at that. That has been twisted off. Up high. What is that noise? Oh my goodness, man. I just heard something walking on the gravel and I'm not seeing nothing. That might even have came up on camera. There it is.
Whatever was hidden before now appears tall and imposing. Bear stops moving, careful not to provoke whatever is watching him. The figure shows a clear outline with a head and shoulders. When he attempts to zoom in, the camera fails to focus. He remains still as the figure slowly crouches and disappears back into the forest.
Oh my goodness. Okay, what? Oh. Whoa! And it disappeared. Did you guys see that? That was a dark shadow in the middle of the beam of light. I don't know how it looked on camera. I was looking with my plain eyes. And it started coming my way. It was like a circle. And then just vanished. Something dark. No. Man. Oh my goodness.
He then heads toward a nearby bridge crossing the same area. This is the location where the viewer previously reported seeing Bigfoot, either from the bridge or while fishing along the shoreline. At the center of the bridge, his flashlight reveals a large dark shape partially concealed by trees. It vanishes almost instantly.
With Bigfoot, my boy, my blood pressure's freaking sky high right now. Like I feel everything in my body sort of getting elevated as I'm getting down here. I don't like being on this thing, really. At the moment, I don't know why. There's a big drop on this side.
Soon after, he hears splashing in the stream below and movement close behind him. While still on the bridge, another dark shape briefly appears in his flashlight beam, before disappearing again. Choosing not to pursue it, Bear leaves the bridge, passes the original sighting location, and heads back toward his truck. As he backs away, footsteps and movement continue to follow, yet nothing is clearly seen. Supporters point to classic Bigfoot signs: heavy steps, unseen movement, and stalking behavior, while others note how darkness and fear can cause normal sounds to feel threatening. Was this familiar wildlife, human activity, or something behaving in a way often linked to Bigfoot sightings? The creator behind Black Mass Paranormal uploads a video on June 14, 2024, documenting a solo journey into the Appalachian wilderness. What begins as a standard investigation quickly shifts from uneasy to deeply frightening, unfolding into a chain of disturbing and unexplained events.
Oh my God, Frank, stop opening your first aid kit. Jeez. Please, man. Okay. There's a whole bunch of... Holy shit. That's a fucking footprint. Like a human footprint. I mean, there's no doubt that's a human footprint. Where a human footprint should not fucking be.
While following a remote trail, he notices something out of place, a human footprint pressed into the mud. At first, it doesn't seem alarming, then he realizes the print is barefoot. In this part of the forest, no one should be walking around without proper shoes or equipment.
I've got movement over here. Holy fuck. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Son of a bitch. What the fuck? Gee. Let me get home. Let me get home. Oh, fucking. Oh my God. Damn buckle fell off. Come on. You know, at this point, like, I don't really, my gimbal's not working at all. I started getting more lightning strikes. Let's see exactly where it's at now. You know, we are at 31 strikes. What causes that? You know, I don't know.
Moments later, movement stirs in the surrounding brush. Suddenly, a deep, guttural scream, closer to a roar, cuts through the silence. The sound shakes him, and he makes the decision to pack up and leave immediately.
Pretty scary day, you know. There's nests. I swear I just saw something like looking at me behind the tree back there.
In that moment, he questions whether the sound was a cruel prank, or if he had entered territory linked to stories of feral people, a legend whispered about for years in the region. Either possibility feels like a warning meant to drive him away. As he exits the area, he looks back and spots a figure partially concealed behind a tree, appearing to watch him leave. It could have been someone ensuring he was gone, or something far more difficult to explain. Remote wilderness can hide both people and wildlife, and fear can magnify every sound and shape. Was this a rare human presence, an animal acting strangely, or something unexplained using the forest as cover? Endless Venture is known for traveling far beyond familiar routes into places few people ever reach. In a video uploaded on July 26, 2025, Casey, his friend Riley, and their guide Deepak lead a full crew into the remote Babai River Valley in Nepal. This is true tiger territory, unpredictable and home to rare predators. The journey begins in busy Kathmandu, crosses the Himalayas by small plain, and ends after long rough roads in the lowland jungles near Bardia National Park, where the wild is already alert. Most safari groups stay near the park's edges, but this team travels much farther. They move deep into over 370 square miles of wilderness, rarely visited by others.
Right on the edge of the Babai River, so we're going to camp for the next few nights. Time to do the camp setup, get all the gear out of here, and then send the truck and two guys home.
The crew sets up camp just before sunset along the riverbank. Once the truck leaves, only tents, firewood, and jungle sounds remain. Deepak, a skilled tracker and wildlife photographer, will guide them in the days ahead. For now, the goal is simple: stay alert as night approaches. As darkness settles, the group gathers near the fire. This is not a safe campsite. Elephants, rhinos, and tigers move through the area, and thin canvas walls offer little protection. They retreat to their tents for the night, preparing for a morning tiger search.
First thing, elephants hate the smell of kerosene. But if they do come in camp, not only will they be deterred by the scent. At this point, we're all unaware that we're going to have an unexpected visitor in camp tonight. Stay tuned to see who comes sneaking around camp. This is Dookie Ram. His role on our crew is the night watchman. He will stay awake and be on watch. It's time to settle in our tents for the night and get some sleep, and go out in search of tigers in the morning. Two of them. Hear that? That's tigers calling to each other. Hear the alarm calls from a gentle deer. They're coming from back there. Alarm calls. Again, something's out there.
One crew member stays on night watch, keeping the fire going. Still, none of them expect what comes next. The night turns tense. Every sound feels louder. Sleep is light as distant tiger calls echo, followed by sharp deer alarm cries. Something large moves just beyond the camp.
This one? Yeah. This one, return. Let's
Back and forth. Fresh tiger tracks around camp.
Walked back and forth.
So tiger came into camp last night, saw the camp, turned around, and then walked back out that way. We heard some chital deer calls over in this direction too. It's crazy to think that last night, while everybody was sleeping in camp, and our night guard was probably right there by that fire, just there in the tall grass, a tiger walked up, looked at our camp, probably watched the night watchman walk around or stand by the fire, and then just snuck off.
By morning, fresh tiger tracks circle the campsite. The animal had come close, watched, and left silently, a reminder they are only visitors. At dawn, Casey, Riley, and Deepak follow the tracks through the mud, some still fresh. Their own footprints are crossed by a tiger's. Soon, a massive male tiger emerges from the riverbed brush, standing calmly in view. With so few Bengal tigers left, the moment is rare and unforgettable. The Babai Valley tests their awareness, courage, and respect for the wild, showing that true power moves quietly and unseen. Predators like tigers often watch quietly before making a move, and the tracks suggest careful assessment rather than aggression. It's likely a territorial check, and they were extremely fortunate it chose to leave, because a different reaction could have ended very differently. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, Don't miss what's coming next.